You're listening to Meryl Swanson on the Super Radio Network.
I've been talking to you about our next guest for the last hour or so, Jay Allen. He's someone whose life has really taken a very different turn to what I imagine he thought it was going to take as a young man. He is a survivor of melanoma, and I'm going to let him tell his story this afternoon as I welcome him. Jay, hello.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you going?
I'm absolutely wonderful. Jay, just before we talk about your story, I have to tell you I had a very interesting conversation with a lady called Belinda who'd lost her husband Pete at the age of 31, and she phoned and said that she knew you and she knew the wonderful work that you'd been doing, and she'd been giving you a hand with it, and just encouraged all of us to listen very closely to what you had to say and really spread the news about this. So I just wanted to let you know that she was very inspirational as well.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Belinda's a lovely lady, and she's been through a lot. So it's melanoma is serious, as we know, and sunbed use is, don't use them.
Exactly. Now, Jay, what is your story? Share your story with us all.
Yeah, look, I had a mole on my left ankle. It was there my whole life, but the last 6 months of 2007 kept scabbing up and getting itchy, and I didn't think anything of it. I was a truck driver, working long hours, and I just thought it was my work boots rubbing against it. A mole on my left ankle, and after much persistence from my wife, she encouraged me quite a few times to go and get it checked, and in the end I said, look, I'll go and get it checked. Went and got it checked by my GP, and he took one look at it and said, it's got to come out straight away. He took it out. I got the phone call a couple of days later saying telling me to come in, and then he told me it was a melanoma, and I was then referred to the Melanoma Institute of Australia and seen Dr. Michael Quinn, and he done a few more major operations on me, and it turns out the melanoma was 1.95 millimetres deep on my ankle, but it spread to one lymph node in my groin, and I was left with 44 staples going from my bottom of my stomach down to my thigh. So then I went on to have chemotherapy and stuff like that. So it's been quite a journey, and it's pretty scary stuff.
I should imagine that the truck driving days came to an end at that point, did they?
Yeah, definitely. Look, I suffer from lymphedema in my left leg now, and I tried to go back to truck driving for a while, and I just couldn't do it no more. And different mindset too, and it's changed my whole life. And
you've really put your energy into warning others, and now you're with the Melanoma Institute, and you spend a lot of time talking to other people about melanoma. Share with me some of the work that you've been doing, and particularly in relation to sunbeds. You were a sunbed user, weren't you?
Yeah, I used to go to the gym, and what you're like when you're a young fella, you sort of don't worry about the risks involved in anything. And I was going to the gym, as you do, you look at yourself in the mirror and you think, a tan would be nice. And so I used to go and duck in the solarium, and as I was a truck driver working long hours, I didn't have time to go and sunbathe, for the hours on the beach. So I thought, going in a sunbed for 10 minutes has got to be safer than laying out in the sun all day. So
isn't that funny? That's what a lot of people thought, isn't it? They thought, 10 minutes in a solarium's got to be safer than being at the beach, but it's 4 times more likely to give you melanoma.
Definitely, and those under 35 have an increased risk of up to 75%. So, it's just crazy. I'm so glad we've got a ban in New South Wales.
Well, you've worked hard for that ban, haven't you?
Yeah, look, I've been advocating since December 2008. My surgeon is adamant that my sunbed use contributed to my melanoma. So, I just sort of ran with that, and we've had a lot of knockbacks over the years, but it's been great to get a ban, and that's my role with the Melanoma Institute of Australia. I'm sure it's had a lot to do with getting the ban also. I've just been out there advocating, telling people about melanoma and to be, sun smart, and just talking to different community groups and trying to fundraise for Melanoma Institute of Australia. We want to keep the research going and hopefully find a cure, because I've just seen too much suffering over the years. I've lost many friends, and we need a cure for melanoma. I just lost a mate last night at 12:45 this morning. Actually, Bernard, he passed away from melanoma. So it's happening every day. And melanoma is real, and but it's almost curable if caught in the early stages. So it's really vital that people get in there and get their skin checked.
That's the thing, isn't it? It seems like it's such a waste when you hear someone say, I've got, stage 3 or stage 4 melanoma, and you think, if only they'd had whatever it was checked, rather than just thinking, that's nothing. Please don't think it's nothing. Be on the safe side and just go and get an opinion on it.
Yeah, look, anything on your skin that doesn't look right, doesn't feel right, or your wife's nagging you about something, go and get it checked, because it could save your life, and it's probably a good thing to listen to your wife. Yes,
exactly. What do they say? Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, that's it. And that's usually the way it works out. So, but But my mole on my left ankle was there for 6 months, like the last 6 months of 2007. I kept bleeding and scabbing up and getting itchy, and I just thought it was maybe a blister or something like that. I had no idea whatsoever it could be melanoma. I didn't even know how bad melanoma was. I just thought maybe a bit of skin cancer, get it cut off. It hadn't even crossed my mind. And to think back now, I left it there for 6 months. I'm a very lucky man to be here today.
And where are you at in terms of treatment now, Jay?
Yeah, I just passed 4 years cancer-free a couple of weeks ago, so that was a great milestone to achieve.
Yeah, congratulations.
And it's quite a journey. I've got to go back for checkups, blood tests and chest x-rays every 3 to 6 months. I've got my next chest x-ray and blood test next week, so I'm starting a little bit nervous. But to think that, I could have got it cut out and a lot earlier and not be in this situation, it's just crazy. That's why it's so important to get out there and let people know how serious melanoma is.
And indeed, it's so important that these sunbeds have been banned, and just encouraging people. I know that the ban doesn't kick off till 2014, but if you're indeed thinking about going to a solarium, just don't do it.
No, don't do it. 43 melanoma-related deaths are linked to solarium use each year. 281 melanoma cases linked to solarium use each year. All the facts are there, just don't use them. I call them killing machines, and, just don't use them. I can't get that opinion across. I used them, and to think that I contributed to, the life and death situation I'm in now, it's pretty scary, and I just don't want anyone else to go through what I have to go through if I can help it.
You're doing a wonderful job, Jay, out there spreading the word about this, and if one person goes and checks themselves and notices something and goes to the doctor as a result of this conversation, or indeed some of the conversations that you have, then it's certainly worth it, isn't it? Definitely.
No tan is worth dying for. You only live once, and life is very precious. And until you get diagnosed with cancer or something like that, and that makes you realise how important life is.
Very true indeed. Jay, we're going to direct people as well to, is it sunbed ban? Are you still using that, or is there another way if they'd like to get some more information on melanoma? If people are listening to this and think, well, I'd really like to find out a bit more, where can they go to get that information?
Yeah, they can go to my website, sunbedban.com, or we've got the melanoma.org.au.
Right.
There's lots of information on there, but you send me an email or give me a phone call. I don't mind having a chat to anyone, and I'm available, and there's plenty of information on both websites. And we've also, just let your listeners know, we've got a melanoma march walk happening at Manly Beach on March the 25th.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, so that's a great way, for people that have lost loved ones and people that are fighting melanoma, or anyone that's been affected by it, come down and have a walk. It's about 3 kilometres, and it starts at 9 o'clock, but you can register online at melanoma.org.au, and it's going to be a great morning and just a walking memory of those that have been affected by melanoma.
That's March 25, Manly Beach.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
We'll give people those details again, and we'll pop this interview up on my Facebook page as well, so that people can have another listen back to your story and get some of those details again. So, Jay, just thank you so much for sharing your story with us this afternoon, and all the good work that you're doing now, letting other people know about melanoma and the risks involved. Very much appreciated, and nice to make your acquaintance.
Yeah, no worries. Any time at all, I'd love to be able to help you. And we've also got a Facebook page also, sunbed.com and Melanoma Institute Australia, so there's plenty of information out there for people.
Good on you. Thanks so much for that, Jay.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All the best. Jay Allen there from the Melanoma Institute. And get yourself checked out.